Technically challenged.
All right. It says we are live. Yay! We're so happy to be back being live, everybody, since we had an issue before. So I'm double checking to make sure that we're on the right page. And we are. Yay! So welcome, everybody. We have Sandra Pelly, the Sandini, with us tonight, one of our favorite people here at Intuition and Soul. And she's here to talk about something we're all doing together, a joint adventure and venture that's happening early in May. And we really want to ask people to come. And Amy and I have had an opportunity to attend. And I'll turn it over to Amy, and then we'll let Sandra talk. So
You're turning it over to me?
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, we did attend this extravaganza, and it was awesome. And then Sandra was so, she asked us if we wanted to come on and be a part of it. And like, wow, we were just really overwhelmed and excited. And so I'm excited to be a part of this now, but I'm going to let Sandra do the talking. She knows more than I do.
She knows it, and she'll tell us. We learned about our inner child, and we learned it was an amazing 3 days of really great healing work. And I would say that it certainly took my astrological skills to a new level because it helped me integrate. And I think, Amy, you would say the same thing too about picking up with spirits, because it really is a great tool for connecting internally. So now take it away. I just got home from the road, so I'm a little giddy. So.
I love it. You know what? I'm riding that wave like a surfer right now. Hi, everybody. I'm Sandra Pelly, the Sandini Inner Peace Mentor and Visionary of the Guide Academy. And the Empowering Extravaganza is a really incredible opportunity. It's a 3-day virtual retreat, or you can consider it a conference if you like, where instead of having this huge outputting of cash to go pay for your hotels and your food and your travel, etc., instead you get to do this from the comfort of your home. And that is so beautiful. In the last one, we had all kinds of different people attending from all sorts of different ages who had school children and possibly had husbands or other people that they were taking care of as well. But we still all got on to these incredible calls during the Empowering Extravaganza. So what is it? Essentially, it is learning how to connect with that very intimate guide that is having the most profound effect on your adult life is truly what it is. We actually kind of ease into that a little bit first with talking a little bit about the empathic parts of ourselves, because I personally believe that we're all empaths, that we're all feeling the energy of things. And so we cover a little bit of that and the different types of empaths. And then we go into learning about connecting with that little you. What's so powerful about the Empowering Extravaganza is that with this first getting to know that little you, I walk you through the steps on how to connect with your little you. And it's so simple. You'll be actually very surprised at how simple it is. And it's such an incredible confidence boost when you recognize that you connect so easily. And I can see Amy shaking her head up and down. Yeah. And Kitty too. And we step into doing right off the bat, we step into doing a session, a healing session, where we facilitate a healing with that little you. And what's so beautiful about that is I go into these really fairly wide open when I'm doing processes with whether it's a singular process with a one-on-one or whether it's a group process. And when I'm doing a group process, the divine guidance that's coming through with my guides and your guides, our collective guides, is so beautiful because they take us right where we need to go individually. And then as we go through this, I'm the one who's channeling the guidance as we step into this facilitating the healing with the little you. But then as we come out the other side of it as well, together as a beautiful, how do I word this? As a beautifully knit together, woven sacred space and group, we actually get to speak about what has happened so that we can understand it more deeply. For instance, the little you is really about that moment of conception to 5 to 7 years of age. However, when we did the little you in the Empowering Extravaganza, in February, one of the women actually had a 12-year-old version of themselves come in. And that's acceptable. There's no expectations, no limitations in being okay with the outcome and really being open to what wants to come through. Because that age that comes through is the age that you personally are ready to work with, whether you personally understand and recognize that or not. It doesn't really matter, because the one who wants to come up and be part of this is going to show up. We slide into, these beautiful ladies are going to be a part of this. So they're seasoned in that they got to see how it went the first time. So they're stepping into familiar territory. And in that, they get to have a lot of interaction with the group. There's no sitting behind the scenes, it's interaction. And it's not me speaking at you. It's a very, very interactive process through the whole Empowering Extravaganza. I can almost guarantee that you are going to have shifts. You are going to have changes occur in your life, overall life, because of what we go through during this Empowering Extravaganza. And the support that we give one another is very empowering as well. So that's literally just day one. Did you guys want to speak anything about what your experiences were with the day one, with the getting to know your little U's a little bit more? We don't need to know great big details and personal things, but how did you feel about that first day?
Well,
I had the first day, it was great. And it's amazing how even after that first day, all the participants, we just felt like we knew each other so well in just that small, space of time that we shared, because it was very, very intense, and just, that support was so awesome. So, you go in, maybe you're thinking, oh, I'm not sure if I want to share, but then you can't help but becoming a part of it. So it was very empowering. I loved it.
and I think it's really important for people to understand it is a retreat. It is a significant amount of time. And it is kind of nice that you have your own things around you, so that when someone says something, I can actually go and get it and not go, oh, it's sitting at home. For me, because I do astrology, the little U is your moon. It's your private side. So spending more and more time, it's actually given me not only insight on my own, but some other ways to talk to people when I'm talking about that private energy that is so prevalent that you live with, and it changes as you get older. And so going to be able to go back, and for me especially, because I lost my mother young, it was some wonderful work. So if you have some trauma or things in the background, many people did, it really allowed them to step out of this timeline back there and comfort that child that needed help. It's a very wonderful gift you give yourself to take that time away. It really is.
I love that. And when she's talking about how we step back with that little U, I actually will walk you through a process to rewrite the energy of the event that had such a profound effect on you. We're seeing the world right now, even though we're, whatever ages we are, like I'm 57. And when I'm seeing the world right now, so much of what I have seen in my years has been through that little U's eyes still, even though I think I'm looking at the world from this adult point of view. But it's actually these things that have caused me to maybe take a step back with anxiety or been less confident have been because of things that have happened to my little U. So it was so powerful to go in and have the healing work done with that little U. And I go through these processes with you. It's such a beautiful experience to collectively do. And then on the second day, we actually step into, now that we know and we're comfortable connecting with that little U, we step into connecting with the higher self. And we were very fortunate with the teacher that we had part of that on day 2. She led us into doing this beautiful love letter from our higher selves to ourself. And that was beyond being able to speak about it, because it was just so powerful to get that letter. And I'm looking at how we may be able to incorporate that in to this, but we'll see what happens, because we're wide open to whatever happens. And then on day 3, we go back in and we work with the little U again. and we do another process. And honestly, we continue the healing, or else it's divine guidance, right? I can't go in here and tell you guys this is exactly what we're going to do, because the guides come in and they pull us into the energy and give us what we need individually, but as a group. And it's so very, very powerful. And the really fun part of all of this is that Kitty and Amy here also get spotlighted on days 2 and 3 as well. And they get to shine what they're doing. And you guys are going to hear a whole bunch more about that if you're watching us on my group. And we'll just be feeding this back and forth, so you guys get to have the benefit of all of this as well, so that you guys understand what Kitty and Amy are also bringing to you guys. By all means, though, I feel that you are more than welcome to share what you would like to do here too. They're pretty familiar with you guys too, though, aren't they?
Well, I mean, nobody's going to be surprised, but I'm going to be doing things about the elements and the astrological energies, and how and something I actually did learn in that program is, again, how we make them our story, and how it's an everyday paradigm that helps us organize. Like, just so y'all know, remember, tomorrow Pluto goes into retrograde, which means that's inner forgiveness and inner transformation. So those are the things to start to look at. And so those are the things I'll be highlighting, and some fun is always a part of Intuition of the Soul, things that we'll do with that.
How about yourself,
Right.
Amy?
And I'm going to be doing some energy work, looking at just being able to open up, open up the chakras, open up those energy lines, so that you're able to, be able to, receive messages, talk to your higher self, be more intuitive. So I'm going to work on that kind of stuff. I'll have some different techniques. We'll have some different meditations that will just be quick and easy ways to make sure daily you can check to see how your energy is flowing, and being open to receive messages from guides, or wherever you get your guidance from. So that's what I'll be doing, and so I'm excited about it for sure.
And what's really nice about working with Sandra is, let's say day 1 happens and something, this is her favorite word, magical, it transpires. Both Amy and I will be in an interactive form to incorporate it. So, that's, it really is.
Talk astrology, because no, that won't happen. No.
Yeah, no, but it really is a retreat. And as you know, on any kind of retreat, it's a kind of living being experience. So that's what's really great about working with Sandra. She doesn't have a little script, and it's not a formula. It really is, we get in there and we'll all work on it. I'm looking forward to doing it again, because last time it took us to a different level. And so let's go again,
Exactly.
And I love how you said that intuition for your soul, intuition of the soul, is about playing. And I know that I created this incredible playbook. Instead of a workbook, I created a playbook. And these ladies are familiar with it. There's going to be some changes, of course, coming into this one because of their presence here. But this playbook is there. And as Kitty said, there's nothing written in stone. This book has all these beautiful lines in it. There's some guidance in there to help you pull out the information that's important for you. And then you have this beautiful guidebook to look back and reflect on once the Empowering Extravaganza is over. Recordings are included with the price. And I found too that there was a couple people who, when they came out the other side of the Empowering Extravaganza, really needed some tender loving care at the end. So I want you to know that regardless of what happens during this Empowering Extravaganza, that I for sure, and I imagine these beautiful ladies as well, we all have your back. We keep in touch. I know for myself, as the visionary of this, I make sure that I do follow-up calls with every single individual. And these ladies know that because they participated in that. And I do fairly in-depth questions after the fact, just to make sure that you guys are sitting in a good place and you have felt like you move through the energy, and there's no leftover residual bits and pieces that you really are like, okay, well, what do I do with this now? No, we make sure that you are through the other side of it and you feel really comfortable, and you've got the steps to move forward as well from there. Yeah.
So we're going to be posting the information. Sandra, why don't you give us the details? And if folks have a question, write them here. We're going to be doing this again next week, another live, but this will be, we'll be able to answer them. And we're going to be attempting to be able to cross platforms with StreamYard. So you may see some more of this broadcast from Sandra's platform, but being able to play here. So, but anyway, why don't you give us some of the details?
For sure. So this is happening May 10th, 11th, and 12th. They're full days. So if you're Pacific, I believe we've decided we're starting at 8 in the morning. If you're Eastern, that is 11 in the morning. And also too, on Monday night, we're actually having a fun little gathering as well that really kind of is a, what's the word I'm looking for? It kind of just gives us a pressure release, because the day one is really intense because we're working with the little you, we're facilitating that healing. And then we go into this evening where we have a little bit more fun, and we're unsure what we're bringing to you yet. So that will be let out of the bag the morning of, during the Empowering Extravaganza. And last time we had Kitty was a part of the people who were participating, and yet she stepped in and did this beautiful fun astrological piece with us on the fun night.
And we ended up reading cards with everyone. That was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was
fun. So we will create a poster. We will give you the details, again, with the times and stuff. I highly, highly recommend it. And, you know, we have a little surprise that'll be coming. We'll make a little announcement, but not today. There's the little tease. So anyone else have anything else they want to say before we sign off?
I just want to say one thing. I just want to say that having already gone through it and being able to go to do it again, it really, really is worth your time. And the commitment sometimes does seem like, you know, it's a big commitment, but you need to do it for yourself. And right now, especially, you know, as most of us probably watching this right here, probably put ourselves last on our list of to-do things most of the time. So this is something you can do just for you, and you will not regret it. It was amazing. I mean, I'm excited to look back at my notes from the first time after we do the second one. But anyways, it's just, it's worth your time commitment. And so it does seem like a lot. There will be some recordings. So if there's a time that you just can't make it for whatever reason, because life happens, you'll have access to that recording. But really, I highly recommend that you join. You will not regret it.
No, it's a gift you give yourself, and you get to use your own bathroom. My favorite part. Camille, Camille, who attended the first one, said this was a good indication of the process that will take place. I attended the first EE, and it was a great process. So, you know, we really highly recommend it to everyone. Well, Sandra, thank you. And thank you we are very honored that you have us on the Empowering Extravaganza, and so looking forward to it. And from Intuition of the Soul, thank you, Sandra. And we'll see you later.
Bye.
Let's see if we can actually stop the live stream. All right, bye.
If not, you'll see our beautiful faces just staring at you as we wait.
You got it.
Wait, now, yeah, but it's the recording. Yes.